This is what you didn't hear on the news. This is the countdown to economic collapse. Our country is currently incurring a tremendous amount of loss. The real estate market is diving. 25-30% drops in prices across the board. And at the same time, Ben Bernanke is printing up yet more money. He's hoping to stem this deflationary trend, and experts like Goldman Sachs have said that it will only eliminate the trend by 0.5%, that it will only stop deflation by 0.5%. This is not enough, and Goldman Sachs is ironically the broker involved in the purchase of these $600 billion in treasury bonds by Ben Bernanke and the Fed. What we need to do is end the Fed. They no longer should do things that weaken the dollar. They no longer should be engaged in the regulation of our currency, which has no precedent in the U.S. Constitution. Now, as your leader, as your president in 2013, I will begin a process of regaining value and structure to the American dollar by building a broad spectrum backing to the U.S. dollar that will include coal, oil, gold, platinum, silver, a variety of commodities that will back the dollar. And we may begin printing up new dollars, mostly hundreds, as a way of stemming this incredible trend to weaken our dollar by the Fed. Now, the future is all about cutting waste, getting a zero deficit by 2013. And right now we don't have anywhere near a zero deficit. In fact, Barack Obama has probably outspent Bush by $600 billion every year since he's been president, and is on track to actually do worse than that. Put us near $13.7 trillion in debt, approaching our debt ceiling of $14.3 trillion. And that is clearly a problem. When we reach our debt ceiling, Congress will have to either raise it or stop spending. And I urge them to stop spending. Some of the programs we have to stop spending on are, obviously, the unemployment that Barack Obama has extended for 24 months to people. This is costing us close to $150 billion a year. The idea of giving food subsidies out through the Commodity Credit Corporation. $7.4 billion a month goes out. That's a huge number. And the yearly tax on our nation is huge. Our country's taxes are being raped by government spending that's gone awry. Why would we continue spending a huge amount on the Social Security Trust Fund when it's clearly not structured right? The Republicans have tried to privatize it. I would work towards something in the middle between privatization and getting rid of entitlements that people currently get. People with pension funds would not get a Social Security pension check. They would get strictly their pension fund. If they don't have any funds whatsoever, of course they get their Social Security money every single month. This is just one area we could begin cutting. The idea has been presented to raise the retirement age. I'm not in favor of that. I believe that everyone should collect Social Security benefits who qualify at 65 years old. We have a plan to get a flat tax on board, which will clearly build this nation up. We believe that corporations are not paying their fair share of tax. In 2008, ExxonMobil didn't pay any corporate income tax. This is an example of how they're using loopholes to get around it. The flat tax will eliminate all those loopholes. The USPS lost $8.5 billion last year. That came out of your tax dollars. $8.5 billion, and they're on track. The United States Postal System is on track to actually go bankrupt September 2011. Now, all of these are going to require adjustments, a new process, a way in which we can streamline government. The current debt is $13.75 trillion, folks. We're going to have to do something right now. The two-party system is failing. I urge you to go to americasthirdparty.com and check out our plan. It will make all the difference in helping this country get back on its feet. I'm Jon Sponheim, and I approve this message.
Check us out at americasthirdparty.com.